Howdy folks, how are you today? Back on the YouTube channel, and it's a little bit warmer out than it has been the past few days. I can tell you that much right now. Probably going to take off here in about an hour to run today, and hopefully you guys liked the video from yesterday, me figuring out what was going on with the low voltage situation and the snowy ride at night. Sorry if it was a little bumpy or wasn't crystal clear to your vision and viewing pleasures when I had you hooked up to the front of the truck there. But yeah, you were pretty much sitting right there. So that's why you got the view that you did from right there. And had to wash the truck today because boy was she dirty after yesterday, man. There was just crud and stuff all over the place, sand, grit, you name it, everywhere. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm waiting on a video to upload anyways, is I'm going to grease that fifth wheel, throw a little bit of grease on that fifth wheel there, and then I'm going to put some shine on my tires because I don't mind them right now. They just got the old dull flat black. They look clean and they're decent, but I want to get some shine on there, not the heavy thick lube that is going to have everything stick in it. As soon as you go to run, it's going to sling grease everywhere. I don't want that. I want a nice light sheen on there just to give it a little bit of shine and protection for when I hit some of those sloppy mud holes. You know, it doesn't completely get trashed and that stuff don't stick and it's just not gross, because that makes me sick. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then you know, I'll probably come back later sometime today while I'm running and do some maybe POV, or you know, if I see anybody out that I've been talking about wanting to get on the channel or anything like that, I'll get them on because, well, I want to get them on. And I know some of you guys have seen some trucks and you wanted to get them on that I've kind of teased you with. So if I have to run into somebody, I'll get them on. But if not, I do have some clips of some other stuff that I took a while ago. One gentleman's truck that was over to ramp that was running out, it's got a Detroit, one of them old 6V 892 whatever Detroit's in there, and I did something else with the little brown truck that I'll have to throw in there. If not, it'll come one of these days. You know, I do have some stuff that's just sitting around that I need to clean off my memory card so I can get it out of there. So hopefully, you know, today goes smooth when we do get into the truck and start running it, and everything goes okay, because, well, we like everything to go okay on our YouTube channel when we're running our truck out making money, because, well, we like to make money running our truck. So until then, you know what we say, we will see ya. It is. We doing it. Cutting her close today. my stuff. She lets me go get my trailer, hook up to it, check everything, glad hands, get all my information on my phone for the ramp, go to slide the tandems, and the bitch just is rolling. Try to grab the trolley, the trailer brake here, and the bitch is still rolling, so I'm like, great. So I get out, throw the pin back through, because I tried going forward, back, and I got a chalk, but I really wasn't trying to take that much time because I'm already on a crunch, and I got to go. So finally, I just like piss on it, I'm going, haul ass out of there, take off down the road, and I'm irritated, you know, I'm like, great, my day's already started bad, I'm gonna have to call dispatch, probably fall off this load, lose a little bit of money, whatever, I guess. So I'm rolling down the road and I just peel out and I get a phone call, so I answer it, and it's a fella's insurance company that pulled out in front of me, calling me about the claim that's going on and reimbursing me for my time lost, which I've been waiting for since August to get. Well, they had to do some kind of check because I had asked for a certain amount of money because, well, the truck was down for over 6 months and I lost revenue that I couldn't work with this truck. So she called, said, you know, we can't give you that amount that you asked for because we got limits, blah, 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 because most insurance companies got limits on people, you know, driving. They don't have the big limits like we do. So I'm like, whatever, anything's better than nothing is what I'm thinking. So that made my mood change. So now we're back in the game. We are running at 14 volts, just like we were before anything ever happened. So we're back up to where we used to be, and I'm happy about that. We're running 20 psi on the fuel pressure. Says we got half a tank, but I know we got more than that because his freaking fuel sending units are jacked up because his stupid ass tank's at an angle. It doesn't have one of those that goes in straight to where the thing can be straight. It's at an angle. And even though I bent the tip of the bobber on it, it still only gives me reads weird stuff. And that one I took out did too, so whatever. But 50 on the oil PSI, and we're running about 190 temperature right now, so we're good. We are good to go, and we got something else back. We got a little bit of that. I can't wait until I got duals on this thing and hit that thing, especially if I got some big fatties. If I take those 6s and put on here, that thing's just gonna rock. But this 5 bogs down, and I'm sure you can hear it for miles. It's not quite either. But yeah, I just figured I'd give you an update on what's going on today. So if you don't get a whole lot of screen time with me, I'm sorry. Like I said, I got those other things I can fill with, and I'll get back to you if I can. If not, I just gotta move, and this is the kind of stuff we'll be doing because I can kick you on through my phone and whatnot, and that's what you'll get. So don't throw a fit. And maybe I'll maybe I'll do some interstate time lapse. I don't know, but I guess we'll see when we get there. See what happens. Because I haven't even turned the radio on yet, to be honest with you, because I just been moving, and that's the last thing that was on my mind. As soon as I usually wait until I get a load and out of the point to even turn it on. It's because I don't want to. And I just haven't yet because I was on the phone. Called my wife afterwards because she gone right now with Big Mom and Big Junior's house watching grandkid while Big Mom's cutting some hair and doing some shit. So I called my wife to let her know about that because I know she's been bugging me about that for, I don't know, the last 6 months, man. So I figured I'd get her in the loop before I forgot to tell her. So yeah, that's what's going on today. This transmission does shift very smoothly. Now I get that new top shifter and I get some cables. This thing's going to be rocking and rolling. And I guarantee it's going to be a lot tighter, but I'm fine with that. I don't mind it. you've been doing it, what kind of experience you got, you're gonna learn something new every day. I can tell you that much right now. With that being said, I'm getting off here. Trays on this thing, folks.
Oh,
What year is this?
84.
84, how's it running?
It runs great.
Really?
I just don't know if it's going to work out for doing this kind of work.
Why's that?
It's got an Allison in it.
Transmission?
Yeah.
Can you swap it?
You could. Trying to find the clutch pedal assembly and all that to treat, and it's got a 6V92.
Yeah, that's what Justin was telling me.
Yeah.
I think it's sweet.
But, I mean, other than that, it runs good. It just turned 47,000 miles.
Yeah, he said it was super low mileage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a walk around.
The city is just truck.
I think it's killer looking.
I thought you got price back running.
Not yet. A transmission went out. It's getting swapped. We just stabbed it yesterday. Just over here. Waiting on the drive shaft to get it back. So this thing's killer. 13 speed.
That's what I would put this if I did. I just swapped the rear ends in it.
Yeah, he was telling me you guys were doing that.
It had 478 rear ends in it.
Spring ride?
Yeah. Rides great with the load on her.
I know. What's the wheelbase? I know how that is.
I want to say 161. I've got the mindset ticket on it.
You only got one tank?
One tank for now.
Right on. That just goes to show you can run anything out here. Don't matter. You can make money with anything. There's no paint and stuff on it too.
Belt cover's never been off of it.
Don't look like it. It's got everything on there, tag.
Everything's all original.
And this was in here, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's crazy. It just looks like it sat for a while. By some of the frame, you know what I mean? That's ate up in some spots, some certain spots. But other than that, man, this motor is super freaking clean. Go for it. We just got back from a little adventure, you know, in the big wagon, and we filled her up. Some different things here. Stopped at some local places and got us some pumpkins and gourds. You know, wife's back of her head. Some more back here. Some of these are edible. Some of these aren't. This guy right here is edible. Crazy. I can't remember what she said it was. I should have busted you out while we were over there because she was very knowledgeable about this stuff. So, yeah, but I'm going to get ready to load the Cushman up with this stuff because we are going to take it out to where the flatbed truck is. I've got it parked over here and maneuvered on the old chicken coop pad. And we're going to take our own pictures with it because we like it. And it'd be a cool setting for a fall picture. Now, will the sun be right? I don't know. Will it be too dark? I don't know. But we're going to do it anyways because, well, we can. And it'll be on Facebook or Instagram once I get them done. But we're going to set her up all nice over here. And, you know, maybe have a fire going. I don't know. I could move that thing. I don't know. But we could shoot it from right here and have that barn in the background. If you can see it. Or if we come over to this side, because I took down my little garden stuff because I got to till that up and we'll put a fence up again next year. Or we can shoot it this way and have that stuff in the background because, well, that's what we want. Old brick building, that old pump house, ice house, smokehouse, garage, trees, whatever. Brick house in the background. So do what we want to do. Alrighty folks, just popped down the dam here on this windy day to grab a couple things here. I'll show you real quick. Oh, the old hedge apple, Osage orange, and spider apple. I don't know what you call them. Is it a myth that they keep spiders away? I don't know. When I was a kid, there was a tree that wasn't too far from the house, and we would always go get them and we'd just toss them because we were bad. But I've always picked them up every fall and throw them around the house to keep spiders away. Do you think that's a myth? Does that even work? I don't know, but you got some healthy ones down here, so I'm gonna grab a handful of them, what I can see at least, because there is a tree right there. It is this guy right here is the tree, and it has some in there. I don't know if you can see any of them up there, but I can. Yeah, and this is the first time this year I've seen them. We've been down here probably about once a week. We usually come down and do a drive-through because we live like 2 miles away, so it's prime, and that's where we got that big old that chicken of the woods. And there's some massive leaves down here. All kinds of different trees. Do shroom hunt down here, but at a different location, which we'll be doing that in spring when it starts popping off in April. So you'll be able to come with me when I do that. But I'm gonna grab a few of these. Let me know what you call them and if you think they work or not, because I'm curious what other people think about them. So we've got this 2002 Ford Explorer Sport Track here, and you've seen me do some work to it. Fix that up there because it had to leak. And we got a little situmigation, starting to show some age here on the seats and whatnot. I got a little rip here, may take care of sometime, but this thing's a bother to us. So I'm gonna take this out and replace this. We're gonna put some new vinyl in there. So you'll be able to see that because we've got a piece of brown leather that we redid a seat for a vanity that was my grandma's antique vanity. Put a new seat cover on it, so we're gonna do this too. And it's just these 3 screws, so I'm gonna pop these out. I'm gonna take this inside, then I'm gonna take this apart and recover this because it needs sexed up. Well, there you have it, folks. It's a little bit different in color, but you know, some greasy and dirty arms on there, it'll maybe match up a little bit better once it gets a little wear and tear on it. Didn't turn out too bad, to be honest with you, for you know, just a hack job there, me doing it myself. Like, it was just those 1, 2, 3 screws popping that out to take this whole plate off, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other screws. And then obviously you seen me through the staples in there. They didn't really go into that as good as what the original ones were in, but it's what it is. It's better than what it was, and there's not no rip there. So next thing I'll have to do is figure out something with this seat. And it is just super windy out. 20 plus mile per hour, gust up to 45 miles per hour. There's no way I would have worked during now, because usually when it gets above anything above 20 miles per hour, I just sit, because I've had those containers lift up off the chassis before, and you can just see that whole thing tipping, and that's not fun. I've had many heart attacks from it, so I wouldn't have worked anyways, even though, you know, green truck's not here, and I just dropped those parts off. But hopefully they'll tell me tomorrow I can come get it. If not, I'll wait until Monday when I go get that arm. They can't get that figured out. So yeah, that's that. That is that. Not bad for a hill jack.
Get Frankenstein cleaned up.